Welcome to PT Train College. I'm Vincent Cohenhoven, co-founder of the college and personal trainer. Today I'm going to go through what possibilities of income you can make as a personal trainer. One thing I've learned over the last 20 years as a personal trainer, that a successful personal training business is on average 30 hours plus a week. So we're going to look at 30 hours a week as a strong personal training business. If you take your average within the Australian market at the moment between 2000 and 2010, $65 per hour is the average price and $45 per half hour. So let's look at, if you were doing 30 hours a week, let's just stay with 1 hour sessions times $65 per session, that's $1,950 per week as an average income. So times your $1,950 by 48 weeks a year, because we have 4 weeks holidays generally as trainers, that's $93,600 gross. So there's lots of variables for that. It will not just fall into your hands. You're going to have to work for it. You can also do half-hour sessions. So if you took your 30 hours worth of sessions into half-hour sessions at $45 an hour, that's $2,700 per week. So you times that by 48 weeks, that's $129,600 gross for 1 year's worth of work as a personal trainer. There is a massive amount of income that you can generate as a personal trainer, but you have to work for it. Like I said, it won't just fall into your hands. So one thing we need to look at is financial planning. Analyze the financial requirements of the business. So step one would be to calculate your costs. Set up costs which include accounting fees, registration, licenses. Do you have equipment and fit outs? Is there a working capital that you need? So by comparing this amount to your startup equity investment, you can work out how much you need to borrow if you're going to set up your own studio or own home gym to kickstart your business. Step two is a profit and loss forecast. Absolutely critical. A forecast of sales and expenses, usually for a 12-month period of operations. So by comparing your potential sales revenue to your cost of goods sold and your fixed costs of doing business, you can calculate your likely margins and put into your pricing model to test it. Step three is a cash flow forecast. A cash flow forecast is crucial. New business can be hungry for cash to build on the capability or capacity they need for their service to their customers. And those same customers may be slow to pay. The old saying, cash flow is king. That can't open up cash flow. There's a huge gap if your clients are slow to pay. That could leave you vulnerable for something that you may not be prepared for. So definitely plan for it. Step four, balance sheet forecast. This is a snapshot of the business in a 12-month period. Your forecast of the business assesses the liabilities together with results of your profit and your loss forecast. Step five, your break-even analysis. Once you have forecast all your fixed costs, you can calculate how much revenue you need to break even and how many net units you need to sell. For a personal trainer, there are minimal setup costs. It can be quite cheap. You will need to research and decide whether you want to set up a studio, run a subcontract, or a franchise. Once this is clear, a costing strategy should be developed to explain the expenses so you can see them. Now, develop a financial plan. One of the most important tasks in establishing and operating a successful small business is planning. A successful business is one with a clear strategy. A well thought out business plan will help you to assess whether or not your venture is practical, achievable, and then market your idea to the financial backers or investors if required. Define clear aims and objectives. Continuously monitor their progress, making adjustments when necessary. Some of the issues that you'll need to be considered in planning a business venture: establishment costs, settlement on the required equipment and staffing needs if any, assess market size and characteristics, determine location and extent of competition, be more aware of environmental factors, legal, technology factors, etc. like that. The important part of business planning is preparing a detailed cash flow and budget. This will assist you in predicting sales, revenue, expenses, profitability for your selected business. Now, what price to charge? What's the right price? How do you price yourself without losing sleep or customers? what is it about deciding what to charge that makes people hate it so much? Pricing does not have to be a stressful process. Remember that you're in business to make profit. The going rate. What is the going rate? A good place to start, find out what your competitors are charging. Costs you cannot see, there's a multiple of hidden costs that you have to take into account when setting up your price structure. Electricity, phone, mail, insurance, bookkeeping, accounting, licensing, goes on and on. Example, only personal trainer session costs. So you need to look into, do you want to do one-on-one sessions? They can range from $30 to $45 as a starting point and then grow from there. Do you want to do 60-minute sessions? They can range from $50 to $65 on average and grow from there. A rule of thumb is offer a 15% discount every extra person if you're doing group sessions. So an example, are you going to do 2-on-1 sessions, 3-on-1 sessions, 4-on-1 sessions, little group sessions? As soon as you get to 5-on-1 sessions and above, you can start to sort of look into the coaching realms rather than personal training. So you've got to decide what you're comfortable with there. So what are your payment plans? Payment plans must be followed by the client and the trainer. Have expectations abundantly clear from the start and present them with confidence. Avoid taking payments and handling money on the gym floor, as it does not look professional. The most efficient payment method is direct debit or internet bank transfers. Upfront installment payments, lump sum payments, deposits should be made via internet banking and recorded using an appropriate tracking system, therefore keeping money out of the club. This also means that payments are made directly to your business account and can be easily tracked to ensure sessions are up to date. Direct debit and internet bank transfers can be easily set up, removing the hassle of remembering to bring payments. It will also prevent you from having to chase payments and reselling packages. It's recommended that you utilize the service of a professional tax accountant and get his help in creating your business plan. Firstly, you need to determine how much gross before tax annual income you'd like to earn. Determine what rate per session you're going to charge. So make sure this figure is something you're comfortable with. Then you need to divide your annual income you've decided on by the session rate that you've determined to work out how many sessions you need to charge during the course of 1 year. This will create your annual income. So how do you work out your costs? The easiest thing is pick a figure. What would you actually like to earn in a year? Then what you do is you take that figure, you divide it by how much you want to charge per session. So you need to work out your session rate. This can also be done. The easiest way is to do this in 2 ways. Do one for hours and one for half hours, and then you can have your 2 figures. So you take your annual earnings, divide it by how much you want to charge per session, and that equals how many sessions per year that you need to achieve. Now what we do is we take that amount divided by 48 weeks, because we have 4 weeks holiday generally as trainers, and that will give you your goal sessions of how many sessions you need to perform per week. With your best option on that, so it might be, let's say 28 sessions a week, always go above 5 sessions a week. So if you need to perform 28 sessions at $65 per session to achieve your annual income, I recommend minimum 3 up to 5 sessions a week on top of that to account for any cancellations, school holidays, when everybody goes away, and you lose business. So if you've got a little bit of overtime every week, you will achieve your figure. Otherwise you can run the risk of losing a bit of income. That's where your financial planning and your business plan will come in critical to work all that out. So work that out. A nice saying I've always used from Vince Labradie, the world's greatest coach, said, winning is not a sometimes action, it's an all-time action. You don't win once in a while, you don't do things once right in a while, you do them right all the time. Winning is a habit. Good luck, and if you're not sure how to do a financial or business plan, please get some advice.